smoke and sin. Steel against flesh, we always win. Oil and blood ignite as one. The war machine has just begun. Every shell locked and loaded.
Good evening, it is Brown6299 here. I am your host, streaming the DMT, where we'll be watching Taco versus R22R. We are currently in the period where the teams both will be setting up their nodes, getting their tanks spawned in, and so on. Because DMT are slightly different with their rules, which is unique to them. So let's quickly run through the rules. So they can only use medium or recon tanks only. The use of the Sherman 75 tank smoke rounds is completely prohibited. They can't use them. There is no set number of each type. Teams may decide their own mix, so they could go for 4 full medium tanks, or they could go for 2 mediums, 2 recons. It's entirely down to them. Each team has 1 commander and 4 tank crews. The tank crews must remain with the same tank until it's destroyed or it's stuck beyond recovery. They may kill enemy vehicles actively being used anywhere on the map. Killing enemy vehicles in HQs that are not actively being used is completely prohibited against the rules. May only be shuttled back to their tank by a commander in a jeep or a truck. They may drive through the 4th point, but they can't fully capture the 4th point. So they can start to capture it just as long as it doesn't get fully captured. They can't intentionally clip a tank inside of an object that is not intended to be accessible object, such as if we look on quarantine. Some of the pallets, you can put a tank into it, but obviously it's not intended for that, so they can't do that. So the tank commander, he must stay in the tank at all times. May play in any seat in the tank, but he cannot get out. The crew, on the other hand, may play in any seat. They may leave the tank to repair the tank or friendly tanks, but they must stay within 15 meters of the tank at all times. They may use smoke grenades to provide cover, but they are not allowed to spot whilst being out the tank, so they can't be there trying to scout where the enemy is. And the use of the technician class in this tournament is against the rules. So let's look at the commander. So each team has a commander. They must remain in the HQ unless they're shuttling crew. They can use 2 precision strikes. They can spawn tanks, trucks, jeeps, etc. They can use recon planes at any time and anywhere on the map. They can use supply drops and HQs only for nodes. They can use encourage, resource swaps abilities, and any other commander ability not listed is prohibited. They can also assist by dropping pings anywhere on the map. Like I said, they may shuttle crews back to their tanks, only utilising jeeps or trucks. But they must stay in the shuttle vehicle at all times. Spotting with or without binoculars is against the rules. So where can people go? So up until 1 hour and 15, they must stick behind the hold lines. And let's have a quick look at the hold lines. The hold lines is the 2nd grid square. So on this side, on the Taco side, it's this line here. For R2R, it's this line here. Yeah, it's slightly off. My bad. However, the enemy team cannot enter into them 2 grid squares. So Taco can't go across that line, and such R22R cannot go across this line. It's quite simple. And again, they've got to hold there till 1 hour and 15. So they're in that period now where they will be waiting for the time to tick down. So let's just have a look at the midpoint. So the midpoint on this map is WN4. Let's go and take a look. So for those that are a bit of history nerds, Utah Beach was one of the invading beaches that the Americans used to get across, get inland on D-Day. So WM4, here it is. We got these two buildings, a lot of obstacles in the main midpoint. It'd be interesting to see how both these teams utilise this midpoint. Looking on the map, it is slightly in favour of the Allies. However, the Allies have to get off the beach, and we all actually, they will already be off the beach, won't they, because of DMT. So yeah, I reckon Allies will cap this first. It'd be interesting to see what positions they hold and how they defend this spot, because as you can see, it's quite open around. You've got hedge lines and you've got little hedges that you can hide behind. So again, it'd be interesting to see what kind of patterns they use, and once they have capped it, how do they then go and hold it. And likewise, it'd be interesting for R22R to see how they are going to win this point back. I'd be very shocked if Taco don't cap it first, because it is very much in their favour. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how R22R try and recap it. As we know, killing tanks alone isn't going to win the game. You have to have solid cap time on that point, otherwise you're not going to win. So yeah, it'd be interesting. This is my second time streaming a DMT match, so it'd be very interesting to see how we go. Some of the feedback I've received on the last game is I missed a couple of the tank battles. Why didn't I hear it? Potentially the reason why I can't hear it is because I have audio monitoring on, so I can hear me speak, and I can also hear the game as well, just because obviously I've got different screens that I could be playing. I don't look at the actual preview of it, so that is why. If you're new onto the channel, please like and subscribe. Show your support, and gives me as the streamer a bit more encouragement to continue creating you guys content of different tournaments. Those that are new to my channel, I stream a variety of tournaments: DMT, TPL, World Cup, and any other game people ask. I actually stream probably more now than I actually play, which is emotional sometimes, but it is what it is. But it's very interesting. As we can see, the two mediums sat here, and likewise the other team have got two mediums, three mediums up at the line. So literally just waiting for teams to spawn their last couple of tanks. I would expect for Taco to go straight up this purple road, straight into WM4. For R22R, potentially they could come in via the red roads, or they can come straight across the fields. I would expect anyone in the north here to come in that sort of direction. For Taco, I would expect to see someone over by the house over here, looking across and watching this big field here, because that's quite a good visibility. I do expect to see some flanks, definitely in the south here, but then again, you never know. Because this border is right next to the top of the border, I wouldn't expect to see people trying to flank in from the north, just because it doesn't give a lot of distance, and these fields are so open, all it takes is just one tank to sit there. But yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see whether we see any dramatic precision strikes. I'm excited to see those. Here's another medium coming in. So we've got 4 minutes left. Let's have a look at the map. Let's see how we kind of set up at the moment. By the looks of it, Taco are very heavy in the middle of the midpoint. You know what I mean? In the free column. And I expect they'll all go straight up the pink road. R22R are very split up. They got one in the north, one in the middle, and one in the south. So I'm very intrigued to see where they go with this. I reckon they're going to try and flank around and come in through the arse here. And same with this one, potentially sit along this red road and try and pick them off as they're trying to drive across. And I expect this tank, as it's been spawned in the north, to sit up the north. Looks like there is a tank down here at midpoint, so they might be pushing one tank up. But all tanks should be spawned now, so I reckon Taco have slightly been delayed in getting their tanks spawned, because you've got plenty enough time, definitely as the commander, to spawn them tanks in. So yeah, should be a very good game. We all know Taco are a very strong clan, so I'd be very interested to see how they are in a tank only competition. But welcome guys to the channel. 5 views so far. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'm currently on 127 subscribers. By the end of this weekend I want to be on 150. So if you're watching, press that subscribe button. But who is going to win? Last 30 seconds. Let's start this poll. Starting now. Who's going to win? Taco or R22R? 8 seconds. Good luck both the teams here. Here they go. As we can see, they're very split. R22R. Taco, very heavy, pushing straight into the point. They've got one flanking tank here. I would expect to see them trying to push. Got a tank stuck already. That's going to give them a bit of a delay there. Interesting. The only problem when they huddle up. Let's watch them coming to the map. Sit over here. Here they come. Who's going to get in them 4 squares first? I reckon R22R is going to get in there first, into the 4 squares, which will give them the powers to start capping first. However, how close that is, I reckon Taco will win it. See a tank over there, slightly in the distance. There's one coming straight in the midpoint. I would expect these 2 tanks to see each other very soon. He's facing, the gun is facing the wrong way there. Potentially could get double tapped here. Okay, as predicted, Taco are starting to cap this. Let's have a quick look at the map. Still got one coming, sat in there. Both teams have set up quite nicely. You got 1, 2, 3. You got 1, 2, 3. And both sides have got flanking tanks. None of them have fired yet. Not even a shell. Just going to zoom out slightly, just so I can see all 3 tanks. For some strange reason, the commander has come up. Okay. He's shuttling someone in. Okay, this tank's still got 1 round in. He's reversing back behind cover. The other tank is just trying to splash, potentially try and scare someone out of cover. This middle tank, or no, the one on the end here has got sights by the looks of it on another tank. Okay, this could be a position where they could double tap. Maybe not. Ooh, very short. Taco have capped the midpoint first, so the timer will be going now to see how long they hold it. I don't see them losing it anytime soon. Or they're shooting between the bushes at each other. It is actually quite a hard shot to get because there will be parts of it that will be penetratable and there'll be other parts that won't be. By the looks of it, R22R. Oh, and there is the first tank down. There's 2. That looks like track there. Oh, I didn't even see that tank over by the house. I did say at the beginning that I would expect someone to be over there because it's quite a solid position where it is, and I'll take you over to go and have a look. He's not hitting anything. So if you look over here, they've got quite a nice bush that they can withdraw, which will be double the thickness because as you can see, and it's all open, so you can actually get quite good sight lines across this open field, anyone that's trying to flank in through the north. So it's quite a good defensive position. Commander has just brought someone back up. Wolf Dog, the one and only. Commander is now going back to HQ. And you don't actually often see that, to be fair. The commanders are actually bringing people up. I've only seen it, I think that's the first time I've ever actually seen it, if I'm honest. Because normally when crew are dying, the tank dies. So let's have a look at the map. We do have this tank. Both these teams so far, their tank crews are really good. Getting good, accurate shots. They're starting to withdraw now. Oof. Where did that come from? Ah, I reckon it was this sneaky little chap here. Who's in this crew? Not even going to pretend I'm going to pronounce that. He has done very well, to be fair, to get behind this, flanked. There's two tanks this tank's taken out. Okay. So this could be the point where R22R caps this midpoint, and I would say it's down to that flanking tank. The way he's come in, taking two of their tanks out quite quick, it's given them that pressure that they can build on. This could be devastating for this tank. He's not careful. Wolf dog, what you doing, mate? This is one sneaky tank. You know they nickname it Sneaky Germans. This is literally the case for this. There's one. Oh, and there's two. Unlucky Wolfdog and crew. Obviously, I don't know whether Wolfdog is actually the tank commander on that. So let's have a look at the map. We've got two in the north here. No one's in the midpoint, apart from obviously R22R. From a Taco perspective, this tank's got to be careful here. He is going to come a cropper, I reckon. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's one. Traded there, and he's down. Always going to happen. Just pushed a little bit too far, and the point has changed hands. For the first time this match, R22R have capped midpoint. Remember, please like and subscribe to the channel. More support, the better. Recon plane has gone over. Not sure whose it is. But there is 2 for 2 in the point, so it's going to be contested for a little while. Don't reckon it'll be contested for long. Taco are coming up with a recon tank. First recon tank of the game. R22R doing quite well there, pushing them back slightly. Because anyone that's coming out potentially will come proper. Taco are now doing the trusty recap. At the moment, the poll is saying 100% is going to be Taco. See, I don't know how many people have actually voted. Only 3 votes. Again, we've got this cheeky little German coming around on the flank. We've got 1 tank in the point. He knows where they are. Tank coming straight down the road. There's 2 in. Some really good shooting there. However, we still got 1 tank here. They have got some damage to it. Just a little bit short from the gunner there. They are just ever so slightly now behind cover. Let's stream it from the R22R's perspective for a little while. Take a look at the map. We still got this cheeky little Russian. By the looks of it, we're going to see some action here. Going into the point. There was 1 in on the turret there by the looks of it. Going to clip. Oh, maybe not. You used to clip that. Look at the turret burning away there. Looks like a dragon. Tank's just blown up in the middle of the hard point in the barn. And there we go. There's the 2nd tank gone. Who was that? Who is in this tank crew? Let's give him a shout out. So you got Burger Bridge as tank commander. Fair play. Still got that tank over there on the bridge. Still trading by the looks of it. Now this is some good long range shooting. We like this. Still got this tank over in Gulf 5. Taco just about to recap by the looks of it. This gun needs to look left for a minute. Because there is a tank over there. They are taking back their defensive position. They might be able to just see that tank on the bridge. In this position. And Taco now have recapped the point. That is the second time this match the midpoint has changed hands. How long will it change hands? Who knows? Remember, drop a like and a subscribe. Show your support of an encouragement. That cheeky little German. Oh, and he's destroyed it. He has destroyed it. Someone needs to do something about it. I've got to say R22R are doing really good with that flanking tank. That flanking tank is giving them such a great opportunity. Because if we look at the map now, we've only got 2 mediums in the strong point. Where now they've got a 4 tank push now. 4 tank, potentially a 4 tank push straight into midpoint. So yeah, got to give this tank crew a massive credit for their flanking actions. Who is in it? Okay, I can't pronounce it. Who's going to get eyes on first? Oh no, they're caught on something. Glitching. That poor gunner in that turret's going to be shaking all over the place. There's one straight in the arse. That ricocheted. And it is down. Again, that tank crew are doing a fantastic job. They're really working well. And again, I think R22R is going to recap this. They have literally got 1 tank up near midpoint. Taco, what's happening? And this is the unique thing about this tank, this tournament, is the fact that it's only tank only. It means that tanks actually have to work together. Their crew have to be on the point, because without that you're just going to get taken out. You need people pinging tank markers. For example, that tank. How has that tank been allowed to get that close every single time so far? Really need to try and do something about that. I'm going to stick with this tank for now, just because he is pretty much surrounded. It's contested again. That is because the tank has left. He's gone for a little bit of a flank. I reckon he is going to try and cut off. I'm going to leave them alone for a minute. Let's go and see what this tank's up to. My suspicion is he's trying to shoot them off the beach. And when a team does that, where they literally just prevent you from moving, there is nothing you can do. So where we are, we have got a tank coming very close. I can't see him because of the greenery. There he is. just need to be patient here. Stay patient, stay patient, stay patient. There's one. They're going to be aggressive here. And down. Again, what a fantastic kill. Absolutely fantastic. Now though, he's off to go and hunt the next tank. Let's go and see what's happening at midpoint. Okay, there is some trading by the looks of it between the bridge and this tank. And we just saw the last shot there to make that fantastic kill. Straight down the road at each other. Oh, just unlucky. Unlucky. That was literally anyone's game, that. Absolutely some fantastic tank work here. And there is some fantastic tank gameplay here. Taco are really on the back foot here. They'll be waiting a long time for these cooldowns. They've literally just got these two tanks. Yeah, not much else I can really say from that. What do you guys think? Drop your comments in. Yeah, and share your thoughts. Because at the moment, this has been a fantastic game. I would say with Taco's reputation, that people were going to go into this game automatically Taco were going to win. At the moment, R22R are doing a fantastic job. And if we do the comparisons between the clans, which everyone does automatically, Taco being a top Div 1 team, and R22R are a Div 3 team in the TPL League. So people would automatically have that assumption that Taco are going to dominate this. But at the moment, I would quite comfortably say Taco are on the back foot. That is a fantastic shot. Well traded there. Missed their second shot. They've got an opportunity here if they can see it. Alright, yeah, they're both hidden behind cover now. They're both going to take repairs. Here we go, repairing. So let's have a look at the map. Let's see where we're at. So we got these two very southern tanks that are just holding back at the moment by the looks of it. This tank has been engaged, so he will... No, he hasn't. It's that tank that's been engaged, which will be taking cover. If you're new to this tournament, it's not about tank kills, realistically. Yes, it is to get rid of their cap pressure, but the main points you get is from that cap pressure, that holding that midpoint. If Taco are serious about winning this game, they really need to recap this midpoint, and they need to hold it. Looks like there will be a little bit of a tank battle here. got two tanks very close to each other. We do have 46 minutes left, so it could literally still go in anyone's favour. But at the moment, R22R have been dominant with his tanks. Again, what do you guys think? Sounds like there is an absolute tank battle happening in my garden. Neighbours around have got them fireworks going off. Tanks, yes. Sounds like there's some action going on over here as well. They've got two tanks well set up here for this double tap. And it's so exciting to see these double taps when they occur. And that tank, by the looks of it, has just gone up. I don't know what tank that was actually. Was it a recon? No, it's the commander. The commander was bringing people back up. Poor guy. Absolute poor guy. All we was trying to do there was a little bit of work. This poor tank. He is a little bit stuck here, not going to lie. If he reverses back, he's going to get hit. If he goes forward, he's going to get hit. There are literally two tanks sat in the distance waiting for him to poke out. Is that tank looking the opposite way to try and bait him out of cover? Slowly pushing forward to try and get eyes on. There's one, there's two. Oh, he was never going to do anything about that. That was strong. The three tanks there. Don't know where the third one was. I didn't quite see it. Maybe. Well, maybe it was them just... Oh no, there is three. All three of them there. Definitely trying to take out that tanker that was running around. And again, we've still got this tank sat in the south. Maybe they're going to try and do a double tank push. We've also got a recon here, recon tank. That is literally just sat back. Very short. Still short. Unless that recon moves very quick, he is going to get taken out. He hasn't been seen. Oh no, he's being hunted. Missed. And he's down. I'm hoping that was a distraction technique to allow these tanks to move around. By the looks of it, they're doing a flanking position, coming in from around the back. And again, with these positions of these tanks here, anyone coming off the top HQ is automatically setting themselves up to be killed. Because we got 1, 2 and 3 tanks here looking straight at the beach. That's a nice position there from that tank. Quite good cover. Their escape plan would be just to reverse back. Oh. For both of these teams here, these shots need to be on the ball. You can't afford to miss or aim too high. Just skimming over the top on these shots, both of the tanks here. Again, just a little bit short, very high. There's one in. Straight behind cover. Let's have a look to see how these flanks are doing. Got 2 tanks here now. I think we are just about to see some action. There's one in. There might have been tracks though, can't quite see. I could fly closer. There's 2 in. It wasn't tracks, it was definitely hull. Needs to be quick now, purely for the fact that as soon as a medium comes in, they know roughly where it's going to be. And I always said if anyone was to flank, it would be down here in the south, and we have seen both teams do that so far. They still got a 3 tank pressure on midpoint, so they need to do some serious taking out to be able to eliminate them. Just a little bit short. There's one. And he's down. Not sure what he was trying to achieve there. He knew roughly where that tank was. And if he didn't, I don't understand how not. Should have utilised a little bit of cover there, but however, there was the threat over here in the east. So again, interesting. I'm not sure what these crews are doing here. Got a tank ready. And there's a tank at midpoint. So not quite sure what they're up to. That looks like them 2 people there are the refs. We just missed a kill that was roughly around where my cursor is. Not sure who it was or how it occurred, but I was watching the other kills. There is a tank coming up here. Another recon tank leaving middle HQ. Looks like we're just about to get a free tank push onto midpoint. Just missed each other there by the looks of it. Some good shooting there. There is another tank that they need to deal with. It is another medium. Point is contested again. I don't think that medium that's coming in knows that there's another tank here. Ricocheted. There's one in. And it's down. Another tank there, literally just peeking around behind that barn. There's only one tank here now. However, they need to keep an eye on that bridge because there is another tank there. Taco are just about to cap again. Remember to like and subscribe, show your support, show your encouragement to continue, and also if you are a regular follower or just a random person that likes to show support, there I have got a little tip option, so again, no pressure. little bit short there. Needs to be careful because there is a second tank up there just slightly to the right, roughly what, bearing 271. Just saw the muzzle flash there. There's one in. Not sure why the tank commander didn't see that muzzle flash. It was quite obvious. Yeah. And again, in these this tank competition, you don't always just get tankers that are tanking. You sometimes get the infantry that just want to have a bit of tanking fun. They take it not as serious as like a competitive match such as like TPL and stuff. Even though for our die-hard tankers like myself, this tournament is just as big as any other tournament. But in the end of the day, it is a game. We like to have fun, don't we? We do have a tank here that has snuck up. It is a little recon tank. Yes! Not sure what he's trying to achieve there. Harassing them a little bit. Just needs to stay away from the turret. And he's down. However, he has got some significant damage now from the other tanks. So that recon tank done a really good job there at distracting this tank, enabling his teammates to get eyes on. He just needs to get out there now to make some repairs. So we still got a tank on this midpoint. He is hiding away. He's even turned his engine off. Try and hide away. By the looks of it, oh, two tanks here. Both traded there. R2R got the first shell in. Let's have a look at the map. So by the looks of it, Taco have no longer got any tanks here in the midpoint. R22R have done a really good job at eliminating them. Yeah, they played really well this game. I think they have probably got the win here, but we still got 26 minutes left. They have definitely been, so far in this game, the superior tanks. They've really had Taco on the back foot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this building here is actually very famous. And I'm pretty sure it was for the Band of Brothers, so the 101st Airborne, if I remember correctly. I'll do some research. Now let's take a look at their setup. Again, they have got it really well. You got a tank over here on, I can't remember the point of it now, by the satellite, this OP station. It's a really good position because elevated, you can see pretty much across. Got no other tanks on the field at the moment apart from this little recon at the bottom. There's a second tank just popped over the beach there. They haven't got eyes on him yet. Just got out of that. Was that a machine gun I was just seeing? And boom, down. It like I said, it is a good position. It's not the strongest because of the lack of cover. Definitely when you get a 2-tank push there. However, picking off the odd 1 tank coming over the bank, it does a really good job. So we know we've got 2 mediums now coming up to the point. Got this friendly recon behind. Got Muppet there, making some repairs. And I think they've got this point pretty well secured. Still got this recon behind. And what that recon could do potentially, because he's not going to do a lot of damage because of the amount of tanks that are on that midpoint. But what he could do is sit here and just keep pinging the recon camera. Ping, 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 and just picking out the spots. Because then when these 2 come up, they could then start picking them off. However, that tank does know that someone is behind. He's searching for them. I've got to say, with the update 18, I love the fact that everything is highlighted. Definitely for our streamers, it's so much handier seeing where everyone's at. I wonder what they're saying to each other in this tank. Potentially could be the tank commander going, "There's a recon there, I've seen him." And the gunner goes, "No, there is no one there." And sometimes the tank commander can just see a little bit more, just purely for the fact that he's slightly higher up. Which doesn't help sometimes. But by the looks of it, there are a tank and 2 mediums over here. Oh no. Ow! However, we've still got our pesky recon there. Oh no. There's one. He might not know where that came from. By the looks of it, he doesn't. Definitely causing a distraction there. It's quite funny. All I've got in my head is, do you remember watching Scooby-Doo with Scrappy Power? The recon tank's definitely a little scrappy, isn't he? Let me at him! Okay, got another medium on recon on the field, so that's 2 recons. Oh, what happened there? Missed that. Looking at the map. They're doing a double repair here. However, they've got to be careful because there's going to be a tank that's coming up behind them shortly. And that's good night. R22R have had a fantastic game tonight. They have been so dominant. Remember, those that are watching, please like and subscribe. Show your support. Just had a recon plane come over, which won't show anything. We do have a recon tank coming up this main road. Little bit suicidal. Not gonna lie, a little bit suicidal. That's following. And that is why it's suicidal. That was never going to work. Too loud, too aggressive. Against a medium, you're never going to kill it really. Having a look around because he didn't quite see it, I'd assume. Got 14 minutes left. I will be streaming again tonight, streaming the TPL at 10 o'clock UK time, and that is going to be DLB versus 626. Should be a very good game. Then I'm streaming again tomorrow, another DMT HLLE versus EXO, and by the looks of it, I'll be streaming again Monday night. Very active weekend. That's going to be RDG versus Zeus. No, 48 versus a combined RDG and Zulu squad recons. So bringing you lots of content this weekend. All fun, action-packed. 2 DMT matches, 1 TPL match. Then again, next weekend I should be having one more stream. Not sure whether that's going to be Friday night, Saturday night, because Sunday's Remembrance Sunday, and so I will be off to the local cenotaph and pay my respect to my fallen friends and all those service personnel that have died. So all those that are watching, please donate this week to the Royal British Legion if you're in the UK. If you're overseas, find them online, drop them a donation. All that money that they raise does fantastic work for the veterans community and also our current forces. So having a look at the map here, we've got 2 mediums coming up. And I assume Taco now will be feeling this pressure. They've been on the back foot for quite a long time now. Some of them will be feeling quite disheartened. They'll be looking at the clock going, actually, can we win this now? I would assume, and this is assumption, that's probably not very unlikely now, because R22R have had constant pressure on it the full game, and they've been up with the kills. However, it's now down to them tank commanders, them solid leaders of their crews, to keep that encouragement up, keep that pressure going, because even though that they may lose, they may pick up some really good combat scores, and them combat scores will give them points for the overall position on that table. Not sure what that tank was shooting at then. There is nothing over there. There definitely isn't anything over there. And if we are playing this game next weekend, just take a moment to reflect on the fact that we are playing a game that actually was reality for thousands, even millions of people. And a lot of those people never came home. There is a precision strike coming in. And that's nowhere near anything, so I'm not even going to entertain it. Bit of tank on tank action here now. Last 10 minutes of the game. Hopefully we'll see some more kills, some more live action. That tank actually was hit by the right then, as you can see, just over in the distance. I'll zoom in. There's a nice little medium over there. We've also got a big threat coming in, as you can see, just behind that hedge there. We have got someone. They are the only two mediums of Taco on the field as it stands. There is a third that's coming up. By the looks of it in the chat, R22R are getting a lot of support from their fellow clan members. Shout out to Hero. Last 9 minutes of this game. We have got a couple of tanks now coming into this midpoint. Got two mediums, one recon coming up. However, R22R have got 4 mediums on the field. That is going to give them a significant advantage. But looks I'm on the wrong side of the map, so I'm just going to flow across. Here we go. Here we have our push in now. Nice and aggressive. There's one. There's two. And he's down. Some good tank play there. Again, we've got some more action here along the road. There's one. Those tracks. And he's down. And he's down also. Some really good tank play here. Too much action for me to keep up with. Got another medium floating over. And that is the last medium of the point. They're doing a double tap here on repairs. However, there's this tank here, enemy tank, that's coming towards you. You need to be in your tank. Oh. And he's down. And that goes the Taco double tank push. R22R have defended this point very well. Last 5 minutes of the game. Got recon planes coming over from both teams here. Got 2 recon tanks versus 3 mediums, and you've also got 1 medium coming up. I think I know who's going to win that battle. There goes one, just caught it in the screen. And here comes the medium coming up. Just missed. There's a precision strike coming onto the tank. Oh, just missed him. He got out of there very quick. There's one in. Still got that tank there in the distance, causing mayhem. Got a recon tank here coming in. And he got killed there. Might have just missed that. The recon tank was distracting me. Last 30 seconds of this game, and what a fantastic game it has been. It's been very enjoyable seeing these both teams battle it out in a tank versus tank competition, and what a fantastic opportunity it's been to see R22R dominate Taco in a game. Well played, everyone. Like I said, I'll be streaming again tonight at 10 o'clock for the TPL. Then I'll be next on for DMT tomorrow at 8:30, I think it is. Yes, 8:30. Let's give my commendations to the commander. Remember, please like and subscribe, show your support and show your encouragement. We have been streaming the Taco versus R22R, and what a fantastic game it was. Just waiting for the results to be confirmed, but I would assume that it is a win to R22R. And what a fantastic game it has been. Just looking through the combat scores here for those that have left. I've got to give a shout out to all 5 Sapeur, Zero and Mon Petit Pony that have got a 3,309 combat score. That is incredible. That just shows the amount of damage that they've done to the opposition. Following on from that, it was Muppet Squad, and obviously everyone's slowly coming off now. But what a fantastic game it's been. It's been really enjoyable. There is a stream that's currently going on, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, it's the 11th ID versus Iron / 504D, and it's being streamed by Semper. You can find his stream link in the DMT channel. Again, thank you very much for all those that dropped in. It's been fun. I shall see some of you tonight at 10 o'clock.